Wowie's Workshop. Brought to you by Two Brothers, One Vision. Welcome back, all you amazing wonders. Welcome back to Wowie's Workshop. I am your host, Wowie, and today we are in my creation station. This is the place I stand and carve, because due to the back, I don't sit well. So this is where I do it. I don't know what you guys can really see, but probably looks like a mess. But yeah, this is my workstation. Everything is right here. Bing, bing, bang. And what is also here is why I'm bothering you today. And please bear with me, because there's a bit of a story, but you have to hear what I did and how this came about. Today I'm talking about a project that has already been started, but I want to catch you up halfway through, and then we're going to finish it all together and see how this thing turns out. When I first started carving, and I followed Carving Fusion right off the bat, lots of people were carving wizards, and I did my own couple little wizards and stuff, and I learned how to do the basic wood spirit carve. But what am I trying to say here? Okay, but I got this idea. of a watcher, like in the old books, in the old Bibles, the Nephilim, I believe it's pronounced. The angels, another name for angels, were the watchers. And I study a lot of ancient civilization stuff. I see the world a lot different than most people. I look at the world with all the puzzle pieces scattered around, and I put them together and I make the connections. And I know that there was once a big, huge, global civilization, master stone builders that could do all sorts of stuff that is all lost in time. But anyways, watchers has always been a big thing to me because I love angels and stuff in that nature. So I got the idea when learning how to carve the little spirits and stuff, or the wizards, about doing a little being, a little cloak, but working on a face that is featureless. Now, one of the things with the Watcher stories is that I can remember hearing in one, I don't know what, like my brain is just a jumbled mess of stuff, but one story that you couldn't see the features, their faces were like fire, or the faces were just like white like sun, okay? So I've had that in my mind. So right off the bat, instead of putting your time into the features of the beard and stuff, I spent the time making it symmetrical and round, and spend lots of time doing that because you're getting everything, us artists, we have this weird thing about our own work where everything has to be perfect. And so yeah, to do something simple can take a lot of time. I got the idea, I gotta figure this out, man. I got the idea to do the cloaked person, but in kind of basic but effective, if that makes sense. And then my idea is this: I want their faces to be lit up, right? So for this first one, I carved it all out. I hollowed her out. Oh my goodness. I put gold leaf paint inside so that the light would reflect all the way up and come out this little crystal, and hopefully that her face would light up. So I put all of this time into this. It's even got a felt bottom, and then made this part using an LED light so it doesn't get hot. But this thing was this little box that opened up, but now I made it into this base, and it's even full of rocks. The stuff that us artists do, I wanted it to have more weight because it was the base for this special piece. So when I closed it, I filled it with rocks when I wired it, but it's like you can't open it anymore, but the rocks are in there. There's rocks in here. Okay, so to finish this little story, after I did it all, lit it all up even at nighttime, this little thing here, bing, a tiny shade of light after all that work, bing, peed me off, man. And so that it's not a waste of time, but it just didn't work the way my original vision intended it to be. The WowWee vision, right? Okay, we're fast forwarding to this. This is a piece of cedar I got from Mr. Randy, my father-in-law. I've been working on this for a while now. This watcher, I've drilled it because I know how to use chandelier light and wire it, and with inline switches and stuff, I know how to do all that. So I've done it, I've drilled it out so that I can have the light right here, so that this watcher is holding an actual light source. So my whole idea for these things, like I want other people to make these. Just like how the Wizards became popular, I want WowWee's watchers to become popular. These solemn sentinel guardians in your garden and stuff, holding the light, holding the candle. And listen, you don't have to do this part, but to top this all off, my vision is to metal leaf, gold or copper. I'm thinking copper. I'm going to copper leaf her face so that the fire reflects. And there's going to be a bunch more secret added touches that are coming. And this thing is going to be, I'm going to say, spectacular. It's going, if I can get the vision that I have and make it, it is going to be something cool. Okay? So this is going to be video 1 of this project and this vision. I'll just quickly say this piece here I blocked out with my little chainsaw. I got an MSC 141C. She's got a little steel stock bar, but it's a 14-inch 3/8. There's the stats, but it's 3/8 chain. This isn't a 1/4 inch. I have a 1/4 inch 8-inch bar on my other little electric, the exact same saw with a tinier, and they're both electric, so to keep down on the noise, right? But those are the specs right there. Electric, and that's what I blocked it out with. When I use a chainsaw, because I got a bust, my back is screwed. I'm always in pain. It's what chronic pain is. But anyways, when I use a chainsaw, I can't just stand and I don't have the luxury of standing and carving with a chainsaw. When I use a chainsaw, it's like, okay, I need the big saw to carve to do a big job. So I wish, like when I made a mushroom once, it took like a couple of weeks because, well, I also had to have everything perfect, mind you, but everything takes a lot more time for me with the bigger things, right? I'm a lot more efficient with a Dremel and a Fordham because you understand. Oh, blocked it out with my little chainsaw, and then I did all this mostly with a Kutzall fire, the extreme flame. Shoot out all of that in there, just to get you caught up quite a bit. And you see the profile. I want it. You see what I mean? This intense creature with the cloak, holding the flame, fire-lit face. That's what's happening in the workshop. All right, guys? So I hope you stay tuned for this project. Thank you for being here as always and listening to that, because I'm a lot happier that I got that off my chest. All right, stay tuned for the next one. Much love.